dirt. I'm the king around here. No good what you said. I'm the king around here. But don't call me no dirt. I'm the king around here. I felt through desire.
And just like that, it's the Monday night Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. I'm Steve Ray. That's Pete Branton. Welcome to the show, everybody. Pete, what a weekend.
Oh, man. Great weekend.
What a weekend.
Ow-
Friday and Saturday, we just...
Hey, Owl's Nest Barbecue. What a great, you know what, to be there. I was just so happy. All the people that came in, Steve, all the free hot dogs you gave out, all the people that came in and bought grills. I mean, what a great group of people that came in there. And man, you were so good. I'll tell you, it's amazing to me what you did down there and all the people that came in. What a great day down there on the weekend.
We had a ball, folks, and everybody. Thank you so much for coming by. If you just came by and grabbed a hot dog and got some free goods, even, thank you so much for just stopping by. We appreciate it. And boy, late in the afternoon, we got busy, and man, we sold a couple of grills. Sold a Canoe Kamado. The new Kamado went out the door, the first one.
I saw, you know what, and also saw what was it, a ledge that went out?
Jerry Donaldson.
You know, and a couple of the small charcoal grills. I think 2 or 3 of those went out.
Finally,
tons of seasoning. Gosh, folks came in, bought all kinds of. But you know, what a great group of people that came in, Steve, that bought and got stuff from you and had a good time. And oh, by the way, I couldn't hear enough from Bud, one of our friends and neighbors, about thanking for the time that you spent with him and the nice lady. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. You'll have to call her name. But Brenda that came in on cooking a butt. I mean, what a day. What a good time. You know, teaching them how to do stuff, helping them for free. Didn't cost nothing. It was just their time and you spending time with them. What a great day. Kudos to you, Steve.
Man, we started at what? You got there before I did.
Yeah, you need to get to work on time, by the way.
I got there at 6:15 and you were waiting on
I was there. Yeah.
Hey, Daddy Dutch says, hello, gents. Hey, Daddy Dutch, while we got you right here, just do me a favor. What was that meat that you put in that box in that picture? I wish I had that picture still up. I've already dumped it. But if you would be so kind as to share that information of that meat you put in that box last week, I know I would appreciate that. Hope he will tell us what that was, because that's killing me. That's killing me. You and I talked about it. Jeff talked about it.
We talked
about it for 20 minutes. Couldn't figure out what it was. And I am dying to know. We're going to recap the sales tax holiday sale. We're going to talk about Bud Jackson and Trend Director and their little barbecue school that we gave them. We're going to talk about the free hot dogs that Sean and Emma so graciously put together on their time. And we're going to talk about the big wing sale coming up. And I've got a big announcement coming up too, Pete, that you don't even know about. So we're going to have
always in the dark, Steve.
No, you're not. You're always on the golf course. If you come here, is it the second Monday night in a row? Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this. No, that's not that one. Let's see how I can do this. There's Pete. How do I get him only? Let's see. Let me
Day on the golf course. By the way, I did spend the whole day on the golf course today with Jeff Eversole. What a great guy too. Our county commissioner, great guy, good fun, had a great time. I love to play golf, Steve. I can't help it.
Oh yeah, and Jeff's a good guy to play golf
He's
with.
a great guy.
Let's see. Let's start with the sales tax holiday sale. Be just a great response. I don't know if we just hit it at the right time or if that really brought the people in. I guess it's a little bit of both. But Friday we were busy, and Saturday we ended up just one of the biggest days we've ever had at the store. People coming in, and it all started at 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Bud Jackson and Trenda Rector came in. Now Trenda and her husband Steve bought a ledge a week before, and they want to get into outdoor live fire cooking. And so they wanted to do a pork. They did some chicken wings. They did a reverse sear steak that she said turned out just fantastic. And Bud, remember, we talked about Bud last week. He was having trouble with his first pork butt. He used the wrong recipe, followed the wrong, followed the
YouTube.
Yeah, he's something or other. I don't know what it was.
YouTube.
But he just needed help because he's new at it.
And what a great individual, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a great friend, good neighbor, everything to us.
Yeah. So that's we're real happy that they came in. Hello, Billy. Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're watching.
Yeah. What about Billy's trailer?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh my God.
We'll talk about that just a little bit. But we showed them how to do a proper way to do a pork butt, and I know it's for you and me and most of our friends listening. I know it's easy. How hard can a pork butt be? Well, if you've never done it before, it can be real hard. And we got them pointed in the right direction, and they both turned out just fantastic.
Steve, I told you this, I think Saturday, which we have to be very cognizant of, you and I, when we're doing stuff that we do all the time, every day, which is like pork butts and briskets. And, when we tell people, sometimes when we're telling them thinking it's just so easy. Why can't you get that? But the truth is we do it so much all the time. It's second nature. And for other people, it's not. So we have to step back a little bit, take a little time, which is what you did Saturday, and walk through step by step and help these folks, which is great. Because sometimes I think we talk about it like it's second nature to everybody, but it's not to new people.
Yeah.
So great for you to do that. Take the time, show them, help them, work them through it. And I think that turned out great for both of them.
Well, this Saturday at 7, we're going to go into your realm. We're going to be doing ribs. Trenda, and I think Bud's going to come back too, hopefully. And we're going to be showing them how to do ribs on the Green Mountain Grill. So I'm hoping this becomes kind of a weekly thing with people wanting to come by and learn how to do stuff. Because in the mornings, we've really we're ready to go. And Ooltewah nowadays, not many people get out in the morning. It's kind of quiet. And we'd love to be able to start early and get a little school in before everybody comes in. I think that'd be a great way to start today.
I kind of snuck in there while you were doing all this and showing them and teaching them. And then we were getting ready to do the hot dogs with Sean and Emma.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of snuck the ribs right there in between all that, which, by the way, turned out to be fantastic with the David Bosca's Butcher Barbecue Queen Bee. That's what I used seasoning on it. They were fabulous. My wife loved them. My family loved them. So those turned out well. I kind of did that in the behind the scenes.
And we did the Heath Riles butter bath too in them.
Absolutely.
And did you like that?
I do. I always like it. I've used that before. I've used that on my brisket. I've used it on my ribs. I love that. It's just something different. A lot of people that have never tried that ought to try it. You did that with them on their butts, but
you can use it on pork butts too.
It really turned out good. I've used that a couple of times, because of you telling me to try that, and it's worked really good. So I do like that. It's a very good. That butter bath is great.
There's Jeffrey Maxwell checking in with us. Good evening, Jeff. Glad to have you here along for the ride here on Monday night. But Bud and Trenda just I think they had a real good learning experience. It's a laid back environment, no pressure from anybody. We had plenty of time to talk about it. And then the people started coming in, and Bud took his, after we wrapped it, Bud took his home, and I think he finished his in the oven, which is perfectly fine because after you wrapped your pork butt, you're just cooking. But thanks, Trenda Rector, for hanging out with us. And she was,
what a sport.
She ended up selling stuff for us in the store. And we really appreciated that.
Yeah, what a sport she
Yeah.
was. And Steve, I'll be honest with you. What you did was, instead of doing it for them, you had them do everything. You had them spritz it, you had them pull it out, you had them
Oh,
put
yeah.
it in. Everything from start to finish. And I think that was great because that gave them an opportunity
Mhm.
to do it on their own and realize, truthfully, it's pretty simple how to do this.
The hardest thing about doing a pork butt is getting it out of the cryovac
Yeah.
without cutting yourself and without making a mess. That's why I had them do it.
Over the sink.
Yeah, because really that's the hardest part, is just getting it out of that cryovac, because it comes out, it's got all that juice in it. It's nasty, it's messy, and you got to keep it a clean working area, and so you do it over the sink. And they caught on to that just really, really quick. So
I don't know if you saw Bud put out something on Facebook out there thanking us for spending the time with him, but you spent a lot more time than I did with him. But the fact is, when he took it home, finished, the product was great.
yeah,
And he was happy with it. He wanted to say thank you. And I appreciate Bud putting that out there to us on that.
this Thanksgiving, I think Bud's going to really, really enjoy that new grill he got, because Bud is a Thanksgiving guy, and I've done a couple of turkeys for
You
him,
sure have.
and he's going to do his own turkey this year. So we'll help you, Bud, of course, with that. Let's move right along. The free hot dogs were a hit. Pete, those Sam's quarter pound regular bun length hot dogs. We were selling at the beginning of the year the Costco quarter pound hot dog.
And they ran out.
Yeah, well,
They were out for a month.
yeah, they were always out.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find a bun long enough, because the bun is just so long. I mean, the hot dog's so long, it hangs out of the bun, and it's hard to wrap. And the ones we found at Sam's were just great. So if you're wondering what kind of hot dogs we were selling or giving away, we were giving away the Sam's quarter pound hot dogs, all beef. Man, they are juicy. They come 12 to a pack. So if you want to get some, that's where you go to Sam's and get them. And I thought Sean and Emma did a great job.
They did. Kudos
keeping
to
up.
them.
Yeah. Using the big green. Neither one had ever used that big green smoker that we've got. And I think they were a little intimidated by it at first, but by the end of the day, man, I heard that door just slamming on the first try. Just bam, bam, bam.
Southern Q limo, lime green.
Yeah.
By the way,
frog.
But
the
I'll
frog.
tell you this, Steve. When I left there, I was pretty tired. I'd been there since 5:30 in the morning. But I'll tell you, I took a couple of those hot dogs home with me when I left, and I really didn't realize. I don't know what you seasoned them with. Y'all were doing that, but what a great! When I got home, I actually heated up and ate me one of those hot dogs. It was fantastic. The flavor. I don't know if you use Grilling Addiction.
Of course.
It was fantastic. And
Yeah.
you know what? They seasoned them. They really threw it to it.
Yep.
Because that hot dog when I got home was unbelievable. I was so glad to have it when I got home.
We used to do those hot dogs all the time. We call them Smoky Owl dogs. And if you've been a follower of Owl's Nest Barbecue for years, you'll know all about the Smoky Owl dogs. We've sold them at the station before. They're not boiled, they're not grilled, they're smoked. And a smoked hot dog is a good hot dog, and that's the way we did them this time. So
and they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
Fantastic.
Sean and Emma did a great job on that. We appreciate them showing up and helping be a big part of the success of the day.
And for the folks that don't know, Emma is Steve's daughter, and Sean is a young man that helps us with our shows and works for Steve down there and does a lot of stuff. Young man, nice young man. So great for them that they, took the time and did all that. They enjoyed it too.
Yeah, they did. You're right, Jeff. Limo is a great cooker. All Southern Q's they're all great. The Limo Juniors, all of his. He's got the fire cookers too. Scott does a real good job down there at Southern Q Smokers in Ackworth, Georgia. Moving along, chicken wing sale is coming up August the 31st. I know it's a little early, but we got to start thinking football.
Never too early.
We got to start thinking football. We got to start thinking tailgating, and we're going to kick it off with a big wing sale. We did this last year. We cooked the wings on our big hog cooker over charcoal. They're grilled. Just ask Ken Herrick. Ken Herrick's one of our biggest chicken wing fans. He says of all the food to Pete that you and I cook, chicken wings are his best.
Yeah. So, I just want to throw out on there. So I want to make sure people understand, I'm a chicken wing connoisseur. I love chicken wings, Steve. You know, we get our chicken wings through Southeastern Meats. I don't mind telling anybody that.
No.
They're the best chicken wings anywhere in that I've been in the state of Tennessee. They're already cut. You know, the flats are very nice size. They're not broke up. You know, the drumming,
big.
the drums,
They're big.
they're big. They're not. And oh, by the way, people would say, oh, they got all them crazy. They're injected with this. No, they're not.
No,
They're not. They're
No.
not. They're not at all. But they're very clean, very done. You know, good size. They cook up really well. They're not. They don't have the broke bones. By the way, people ask about the broke bones. Broke bones are because those chickens are shocked when they kill them.
Mhm.
These are not. The wings are fantastic. They're good size. They're fabulous. So $25 a dozen, I think is what-
25 a dozen.
25 a dozen. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to be fantastic. Going to be the best wings you ever put in your mouth. And we're going to smoke and cook a ton of them.
Yep.
We've already got a lot of people that have asked for them. So a lot of dozens of
Yeah, we've already got 5
I
dozen
think,
sold.
was it Ken that ordered 3 dozen?
Yeah, Ken and
Ken, you know,
Henry Dane ordered a dozen.
yeah.
Somebody else
So,
ordered a dozen.
you know, let us know, because I'm going to tell you, we get them at 40 pounds a box. We'd like to cook a ton of boxes of
Yeah,
them.
we'd
You
like to
know,
cook about 3 boxes.
and, you know, I'll be out there sweating and wearing it on that. We're going to cook them on the hog cooker, right?
Mhm.
Carolina hog cooker.
Yeah.
We're going to cook a ton. We can cook a ton. Come on out there and see us. But place your orders now, because I'm telling you, they'll all fill up toward the end. And Steve, you and I both know we do a lot of stuff during the holidays, different things. People will come in the last minute and say, can you? The answer is we can't, because we're doing the order. We're trying to make sure we accommodate everybody.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come up with extras when you're meeting orders. So give us your order ahead of time. Help, and we will make sure that we take care of them for you.
The Facebook ad is the first ad on both of our pages. On my page, on the Owl's Nest Barbecue page, it's the first ad you see is the chicken wing. Go there, order your wings, or my text number, my phone number is on that ad too, and you can text me if you want to make sure that your order's in. And I know we'll get more and more orders closer to the time. That's going to be August 31st from 9 until noon at the Owl's Nest Barbecue store there in Ooltewah. Tennessee kicks off, I think, at 12:45. It's kind of a weird time against UTC, but you can, pick them up as late as you want. And if you're heading up to Knoxville, Pete,
I like this. We talked about this.
9 o'clock. The game doesn't start till 12:45. You could pick them up at 9, and you could go up there. You could be there at 10. You see, if you left our place at 9, you get to Knoxville, get to UT at 10:20. Plenty of time to tailgate.
Absolutely.
Plenty of time.
And look,
to tailgate.
we're going to start early. We're going to have
Yeah.
wings early. We're going to do whatever we got to do to take care of the folks. I mean, it's all about you, right? Making sure you get them when you want them, when you need them. So that's on us. And you tell us when you want them, and we'll make sure we have them for you.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun day. And come on out and take advantage of us. $25 for 12 wings.
Big wings.
And they're not. Don't think these are little bar wings. Like, you say I can eat a dozen wings. I guarantee you can't eat a dozen of these wings. I guarantee you,
And by
these
the way, so
These things are like
the
they're
wing
like
tips, they're not on them. These are flaps and the drums.
flats and
And I'm
drums.
going to tell you right now that my wife and I normally would eat like 80, 16. I'm just saying we would normally eat like 8, which is a lot of anywhere else.
Yeah.
On these, I started packaging them when I first started getting them at 16, Steve, and we couldn't eat them all because they're so big.
They're big.
And so we cut back so that we wouldn't have too many wings when we were doing them. They're fantastic. They're great flavors. We're going to put them out there with some good seasoning on them. Y'all will love them. Come get them.
And that's going to be August the 31st from 9 until 10. Now, Pete, I've got a big subject talk. So big, I even made one of those things.
Wow.
The breaking news.
Breaking news.
And here's the breaking news. I thought about this when I was mowing the grass yesterday. We had such a good turnout Saturday at the store with the no sales tax holiday. Now everybody says, how do you do this? How do you not pay the state? I pay it.
You pay it.
I pay the sales tax on it. Okay. And, but that's okay because we're part of the community, been a part of the community for 41 years, but we want to give everybody a value. So starting September, the first Saturday in every month. The first Saturday
No
in every
sales
month
tax.
is going to be no sales tax
No.
day at Owl's Nest Barbecue. Now you're wondering what day that is. September the 7th, no sales tax. October the 5th, no sales tax. November the 2nd, no sales tax. And December the 7th, no sales tax.
Christmas. All those nice Christmas
Yep.
things with your
Mhm.
friends, family, foes, all that.
You
Yep.
save on the sales tax. That's going to be the first Saturday of every month. No sales tax. And I think that's going to really go a long way, Pete, to help people kind of stretch their dollar right there at the beginning of the month. And yeah, Jeff, those are dino wings. They sure are. They're pterodactyls for sure. I think that's going to go a long way to help people, give them a better deal.
Steve, the economy, let's face it, no matter how we look at it, our economy is pretty rough right now. It's pretty rough from what it's been in a long time. So going out here and doing this is all about trying to help people, help them financially, help them through times when things are pretty tough right now. And so that's a great deal going on, especially it's a great deal for the one day, but now we're talking about one day a month.
Yep.
Which are all the way up through Christmas. So what a great thing going on. Obviously people, for gifts, for holidays, this is fantastic. I'll tell you right now, this is a great deal going on. And by the way, you're right. People have asked me, how does Steve do that? Well, he pays the tax.
Yeah.
Taxes got to get paid, whether you pay them or they pay.
Oh yeah. If you don't pay the sales tax, they
Yeah.
give you the state they give you 30 days to pay it.
Yeah.
They loan you the sales tax money for 30 days.
9.25%.
Yep.
Okay. That's
So-
what Steve Ray is paying, 9.25% of taxes. And if it's a $5,000 grill, right?
Yeah.
Figure that out on
Mhm.
taxes. So, $2,500, whatever it is, if it's $1,000, if it's $80, still you can take that money and you can buy
Accessories.
accessories.
Yep.
You can buy seasonings, I'm
I try to do stuff. I try to do things that nobody else does. No other stores do this kind of thing. Everybody has the few stores in our area that do it. They'll have a cook. They'll have somebody come in and cook, some great barbecue person. Well,
that's me, Steve, at your store.
I know.
Just kidding.
But I can, we can do demos. You and I can do demos. We can get Jeff can help us do demos. Michael, Steve, we got a whole
Billy.
we got a whole stable of guys that cook
Absolutely
as good as these guys, and we'll use them. They'll be there this fall. But I try to do something that it builds. Number one, it builds traffic to my store. Number two, it gives you a break. And it gives you an incentive to come to my store. And if you can hang out, and Pete doesn't know this yet, but we're going to go to Walmart. We're going to get a big old television this week. We're going to hang it in the back for football. So we'll have football coverage on Saturdays. We have a big old 70-inch TV back there. We can come in and watch the football games. So we're going to get that put up this week.
Steve, I'm still amazed. I really am. This weekend really, again, opened my eyes. How many people come in to your store that said, I've been gonna stop by here for a year and never have. So many new people are still coming in, and word of mouth, new people, they bring their wives, their kids, they get to try seasoning. Steve, still, I go to Academy, I go any of these other places, I always go just to see what they have.
Yeah.
Do you think any of those places let me open up a container and try seasoning? No. So the fact that you can come in, try these seasonings, get a guy called me right after you did the show this weekend and said, hey, I want to come down there. I really want to learn how to do a brisket. I'm scared to do a brisket. They cost so much. It's my first. I said, I'll tell you what, next Saturday, come down, bring your brisket. We will help you trim it. We'll help you with everything. Well, what's that going to cost me? I said, it's not going to cost you anything. It's free. Bring it down there. We'll give you the time. We'll help you with it.
Sure,
we'll show you, and you can call us. I give everybody that leaves your store a card for Owl's Nest Barbecue with your number, your personal number. They can call you any day of the week, anytime. I've heard you tell them, call me on Sunday. It's no problem. I'm at home. Call me. So
And people do, Pete,
Yeah.
and they can't believe that I answer the phone and help them.
you know,
I'm not doing anything. I'm cooking myself.
yeah.
I'm sitting there watching the ball game and phone rings. I pick it up. If you're having trouble, I'm more than happy to help you. More than happy to help you. Gives me something to do. You know, I enjoy cooking. I enjoy talking about barbecue. And it's not, we don't just talk about it here and then on Saturday. We talk about it
You and I
all the-
talk about
all
it
the
every
time.
day,
Yeah,
every
all
day,
the
all the
time.
time. Yeah.
And then when people come in the store, we talk about it all the time.
But Steve, I'm honest. There's not many people in anywhere that takes the time that you take with people that are willing to say, it's free time. It's not, you're not charging them. You're not doing anything. You're helping them
Oh,
because,
yeah.
and some of those people don't buy anything. I mean, let's be honest. They don't buy anything, but they end up coming back eventually and doing it. But they come in and they learn something. They meet new people. They learn new ideas. And I'll tell you, Steve, I've been 4 years for me now since I've been hanging out and doing stuff with you. What an amazing time I've had watching and learning from them
Yeah, it's
as
a lot of
much as they've learned from me, Steve. Great time. Great place to go.
hanging out at the barbecue store is a lot of fun. We're going to be even making more fun with the big screen TV and stuff like that. Jeff says the knowledge of the entire pro staff is free at Owl's Nest Barbecue. You got that right, Jeff. There's no doubt about that. Okay, let's
Hey, what about came from Alabama that came in?
Jonathan. We're going to talk about him.
Jonathan Edwards. Jonathan.
We're going to
Number
talk
one,
about Jonathan.
Jonathan is, so a lot of people, I met Jonathan through my son-in-law. They're both pharmacists. Jonathan is just such a great individual, but what a phenomenal cook. Pictures, the things that he cooks, the things that he does. Him and Silas, his son, came in. There they are.
Yeah, they are.
Silas wanted that little smoker, that little grill. And of course, Dad took care of him and got it for him.
I had to wheel and deal with those Silas.
That's all right. Silas,
he's tough.
He is.
He's tough.
But Jonathan is, you know what? He's a wonderful individual. He's a pharmacist, right? He's a good businessman. But if you just watch or follow some of the stuff he does, this guy is phenomenal. He cooks some of the most amazing stuff, Steve.
Yeah.
But he always takes time. Might be a month from here or there, but he always takes time to come down and visit you, get some stuff from your store. Brought his dad, I think, the time before last with him. What a great guy, great individual. I love Jonathan. Glad that I met him, but we learn from him as much as he learns from us.
Hams that Jonathan did and posted them
Cured him himself
on the Nation page. Look at that. That's a fresh ham, folks. That Jonathan
he cured it
himself. If you know anything about ham, a fresh ham is white, and it doesn't turn red till you cure it. And look at that thing. Looks like it came right off the shelf at Publix, doesn't it?
Yep.
That is a beautiful ham. Look at he put the diamonds on the top there.
Yeah. What a great job.
Yeah.
Jonathan, and again, I can't say enough about what a just fine individual he is as a person, a father, a son, and a worker, just those are the type people right there that you just love to see and talk to, you learn from, and they take the time. He takes the time and comes, usually about once a month or so. Jonathan's down here from Alabama, right? 2-3 hour drive just to come see you and get stuff out of your store. What a great individual.
Yeah, he's a good guy. All right, we'll start with the pictures coming off the Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation page. Don't forget, go to Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation and join. All you got to do is fill out a little questionnaire. Michael or myself will let you in, and you can post your pictures, and we encourage that. Just make sure you post what it is, maybe what method you used. And because Daddy Dutch still hasn't answered my question, he put just a weird looking meat in a box. And I don't know what it is. And I'm dying to find it. I may have to call him. I've got his phone number in my phone. I might have to get my buzz. All right, here we go. Here is Billy Holland's new barbecue trailer.
Yeah, but where's the picture of what it looked like?
Well,
before?
we did that last week.
Oh my God. But he took it to heart when you said that.
Yeah, look at this thing.
It's amazing. He went in there and man, he's like tweaked it and it looks like brand new.
Look, it's got that it's got a gas thing there on the front. Look at that, Pete. Look at the front on the tongue. It's got a lodge pot on it. This thing is Beverly Hillbillies chic. Now I'm not kidding you. He's got that. Oh, look at that! It's an old air compressor
Yep.
that
He-
somebody's made a smoker out of, and they've taken a little compressor and made it as the wood box. And he's got that toolbox on it. Then behind the toolbox
That's his
is a griddle. Yeah.
that he put on there.
Yeah, and he's put the Budweiser sticker there and the Coca-Cola stickers. He's painted the fenders red, and the other looks like an almost not a flat black, but a shiny black. And look at this stuff. He's got that.
It's amazing. From what
Look
it
at that
looked like.
backyard. He's got a keg with a tap on it. He's got a solar panel. He's running something off of the solar panel. What a just a backyard engineer. And I love that.
That's
thing.
Billy. I love Billy.
I love Billy.
You know,
Yeah.
Billy is just an all around individual. Look at that. Now that's his rotisserie.
That's his
chicken.
rotisserie chicken he's
So I
got
was
going.
trying to figure that out. And I don't think that's a huge chicken. It might be, but it looked like it might have been just several pushed together. Either way, it looks friggin' fantastic. I'll be honest with you.
He's got it on his. I guarantee you that's a homemade rotisserie.
Yep.
And there's the final project.
See, look at that. And
Well, it's a four-legged chicken.
yeah. So, but look, look how good that looks. So that thing's turning. And
I think that's a male and female, and they got killed while they were making out. Look at that thing.
I love it.
Yep, that looks good, Billy. I'd eat that. Let's see. Chet Blade checking in with some a turkey. It looks like. What were all these turkeys and chickens coming from?
Bologna, and
Bologna. Those are bologna burnt ends.
burnt ends. Yeah,
Mhm.
yep.
Doing a big old chub.
And there is something
bologna.
underneath on the bottom right there, I think, too. It's not on there.
I don't know. He didn't say.
But yeah, he's got it going on.
Yep, he sure does. Here's Chuck Miller with his new Kamado from Saturday.
And by the way, that's
Taking it
Chuck
out.
Big Man Miller.
Chuck-
That guy could pick that. I mean, that
Yeah.
thing weighs 800 pounds, and he picked it up. He like, I was getting out of the way so he didn't pick me up with it.
Yep.
The guy's a monster.
That's the first Kamado that we sold. Now it goes to Chuck, and we're so happy that he picked us to buy it from. And I can't wait to get the reports on it. That the Kamado, the Kamado Joe Connect we've got in stock. I just know, Pete, that's going to do some.
Yep.
That's going to do some great things. There's our football time. Means chicken wing time. Steve and Pete's Game Day Wings, August the 31st. Order yours today. You can do that on Facebook on the Owl's Nest barbecue page, or you can go to my page and do it too. They are all the information is there. And see, Pete, I've even got the Alabama, the Tennessee,
I
and the
see
Georgia.
that. What a man.
Well, I didn't want to offend anybody.
No,
you know?
you're there. Anybody else other than them three?
See, that's what you got to
Hey,
do.
other than them three, who cares?
That's what you got to do these days. And there's a picture of Emma and Sean doing the hot dogs
Yeah.
last Saturday. Look at that. They had now let them set that table up the way they wanted it to. And they set it up, and there's the big green frog there on the right. And they just did a great job. They got their David Bosca Butcher Barbecue hats on.
You can't see me. I'm in the back on the left. I'm working.
we-
That guy and that individual in there was very interested in a
Yeah.
bunch of different things that we had. So
He's a nice fella. This is Jimmy Fawcett. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
So I looked at that. So wait, so let me tell you, I looked at that a couple of times. Now there were some more pictures. I first thought it was a baked potato. I'm not kidding you. I thought, well, that's a big old baked potato. But when he showed it, he had another picture of that, and it looked like it was a meatloaf that was actually stuffed with something on the inside when it was cut. When he showed one of the pictures where it was cut, it looked like ground beef. So I assumed it might have been a small meatloaf stuffed.
Could have been.
But again, I don't know because there's nothing with it. But you know, Jimmy's posting a lot of stuff, a lot of good looking stuff. That looked like salmon over there and it behind it to me.
Yeah, it could be a little piece of
But
salmon.
I don't know. I mean, please put in there what you've got, what you're cooking, so that we can talk about it. And oh, by the way, we might want to know and learn a little bit on how to cook it.
Let's see. Jeff said that he challenged Jonathan Edwards to do that ham. I think it was last year he challenged. I remember that. Billy said that is the Grill Billy wagon.
Grill Billy Wagon. There
Yep.
you go. Great job, Billy.
I would not be surprised to see Billy show up at some fairs with that thing. Here is we'll show Jonathan. There's Jonathan's ham again, his fresh ham that he cured with Butcher Barbecue Sweet Cure. He said he even called David out in Oklahoma.
And he said he was shocked that
He
David
said-
Bosco
yeah,
picked up
he's-
the phone. No,
he-
David told him, he texted
He
him.
texted, he said, call me.
Called him.
Yeah.
And he got to talk to him, which I thought was great. That's the kind of man David Bosco is. David
Yep.
Bosco is a fantastic individual.
Mike Shadwick checking in with a smoked chuck roast. And Mike said that thing tasted fantastic. I've only done one chuck roast, and I don't think I did it right because it just didn't appeal to me. But everybody likes them, Pete. So I must have done mine wrong.
I've never smoked one. My truck roast, you know where they go, Steve? In a crock pot.
Yeah.
That's where I cook them. I've just never, but I see people doing them. And truthfully, when I ask people why they're doing them, they say, well, they're cheaper than doing this. I don't think they're any cheaper today. Chuck roasts are as expensive as steak.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Look
Look at them good looking ribs right there, Steve.
at those ribs, big orange ribs. You
Huh?
got the right color.
Queen Bee. That's what I put on them. Those are the ribs I snuck in and cooked while
I
we were
wish, Pete, I wish I had taken a picture of those things after because we let those sit out about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I wish I had taken the picture of when they were sweated out.
They were, they tightened up. They looked really good.
But there it is finished. Look at that thing.
My wife and my
Was it as
son,
good? Were they as good as they
They
look?
were fantastic, Steve.
Nice
they
and
really
tender?
were. They were very tender. They were very good. Here's something I did not put. So my family didn't believe this, and they just couldn't believe it. So honestly, I never put the first barbecue sauce on those ribs. The only thing those ribs were seasoned with was the sauce that I put on to begin with, the butter bath, right?
Yeah.
That we added. So when I cut them, when I got home that evening and we ended up eating them, which was 5, 6 o'clock that night, sliced them all up. I put barbecue sauce on the side, Steve. If they wanted it, they didn't want it. They loved the flavor of those without the barbecue sauce. And I'll tell you, I did hit them a little light sprinkle of the Queen Bee afterwards. So
Yeah.
it was more of a dry rib, but they didn't want no barbecue sauce. They loved them just like they were. They had a great flavor. And I think that butter bath kept them so moist, so nice. It was fantastic.
If you'd have hit it with a little bit of salt at the top too, you really.
Well, I did use a little smoked, I like it smoked salt, but I can't salt stuff like you because then people won't eat them. I can't put that much salt on them, Steve.
I know. There's Sean and Emma. Right before we got started, I can't tell you how much I appreciate those two guys helping us. They did a great job.
They did.
There's Thomas Damon. Let's see. I wanted to get that. That's the finished one. Let's see. I don't know. I had that thing. I must have lost it. Sometimes this thing gets lost in the shovel. There it is. There's the one. There it is. That's his salmon.
That's the start of it.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it stuffed with some lemons and some stuff. I like that little contraption he's got. Now Thomas is from Germany, so I've never seen that, but I don't do fish, Pete. So you may have seen one before.
No, but
I've never seen one.
But a contraption's a contraption. What I think about is you and I, when we do wings, when we do stuff, we're always looking for a way to close them up where we can turn them over and you don't have to individually turn stuff. So whatever he had right there was great. But I like clamping stuff down and being able to turn the whole thing over at one time.
There's the finished project there. It looks like you got some salmon, looks like you got some new potatoes and
salad.
Yeah,
a little salad with
little leafy salad. That looks like a
healthy meal.
Yeah, healthy meal. Who the hell would want that?
Yeah, I can't eat that.
And there's Trenda. She is checking her
bless her heart.
That's Bud's butt. She's checking, or Bud's pork butt. She's checking, and she's spritzing it with butter because
she's such a sweetheart, Steve. She was such a nice person.
She is really interested in this stuff.
She took every second of every minute in as you were talking with her and showing her. And we're like, you could take that off if you want. She'd been there all day. If you want to take it home, I'm not taking it home. I'm finishing it here. I'm like, okay.
7 hours exactly, 2 feet.
Yeah. What a sweet lady. Yeah. And I'll tell you, Steve, she left with half the store, by the way. She didn't want to leave. She bought everything. I got to have this. And matter of fact, I talked her out of buying a pizza oven because she wanted a pizza oven to take. Did she?
Yeah.
Well, she kept, and I kept, yeah. So I knew you couldn't talk her out of it. She just smiled.
There's her husband, Steve. Then that's the day that they bought the new lead smoker. So, and Steve's going to come Saturday as well, and we're going to have a little rib school. So if you're listening and you want to come up Saturday morning around 7, by all means, if you want to do some ribs, bring them and we'll get them on the grill somehow for you. And we'll help you. We'll show you how to prep them and show you how to season them the right way. And we'll get you going on your spare rib program. Pete's good. Obviously, Pete's good at it. So we're going to let him take the lead on that. Here is Jeffrey Marks. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this prime rib. That is perfect. That is what we call coast to coast flavor. Look at that. There's no gray around the edges. That thing is the same color.
Start to finish,
coast to coast.
Side. Yep.
And that is hard to do, folks. And there's a method that you have to do. You got to tie it up. You got to let it sit out a certain amount of time. I know how to do it. Pete knows how to do it. And obviously Jeffrey knows how to do it.
And Jeffrey's doing that, by the way, Steve, on a smoker that I think he got from you.
Yeah.
It might be the Limo Junior. Is it a Limo Junior he's cooking it on, or
Stumps?
Stumps. It's
He bought a used Stumps.
He did. That's right.
It used to belong to Rondell.
Rondell. That's right. Rondell Thacker.
That stuff been all around the world.
But you know what? Jeffrey's a great guy.
Yeah,
I think we changed the wheels out on that for him. Didn't we he brought it down?
Yes, I think we did.
And we helped him put some bigger wheels on it.
But that prime rib is a nice one too, because it doesn't have that big fat vein in it. Look at that it's just got a little bit of a fat vein in it. That's a nice prime rib, Jeffrey. You did a great job on that. You should be very proud.
Jeffrey was in on the chili contest just that we had at the By the way, Steve, I'm getting a lot of people texting me and wanting to know, are we going to do another chili?
It's only.
I get it.
It's only August.
Hey, people are excited. Football season's coming. What comes with football?
Chili is a January event.
But that's football.
We got to have something in between. That's what we got to work on.
I'm just telling you to be thinking, because these folks are.
Be thinking. I'm always thinking. That's all I do is think. All right. Look, here's Tom Eade. Tom is a Butcher Barbecue ambassador. I believe Tom is in New Jersey, and that looks like a big old plate of chicken wings to me. He got some hot dogs over there. It looks like he's got some smash burgers up there sitting on a pile of onions. Man, that looks good, Tom. That looks really, really good. So I appreciate you sharing, Tom. I hope to see more work from Sean. Just a lot of stuff to go over this week, Pete. We had such a big weekend.
It was a big week.
All this was just driven from Friday and Saturday. So, but don't forget, the first Saturday in every month, starting September the 7th, October 5th, November 2nd, December 7th, is going to be sales tax holiday at the Owl's Nest Barbecue store in Ottawa. I had somebody tell me, Pete, they said, aren't you afraid somebody's going to turn you in?
What for what?
For not paying sales tax.
You are paying sales tax. You're paying it.
People don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
They don't understand how it works.
Come down and get that. I'm still waiting on that individual to come down and talk to me about the really, really, really nice Aaron Franklin that's sitting there that I want to put in somebody's backyard at a price that they can't believe.
Man, we would love to sell that Aaron Franklin. And I tell you, folks, if you buy it, you will absolutely love it. I promise you.
Comes with a cover.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be.
Not that you need it.
No. And they take on a life of their own, Steve. I think people thought I was crazy. I told that on Saturday, but I think people think I'm crazy. You and I both know that Aaron Franklin's smokers, their grills, none of them, there's no two alike.
Mm-mm.
And when they sit out, you let them sit out in the weather without a cover, and they will take on a look of their own. And you could put two side by side out there in the weather, let them for the same time, same thing, and they would not.
And watch this, Pete. This is the way it's got a convection type of a airflow in it. Here it is right here. This is, folks, not a lot of people have seen this. This is the startup of this is the one I did of it. When we cooked on that Aaron Franklin, and that's all due to that. I always butcher this word, philosophical end that it's got on. Plus, it's got that smoke gatherer at the end of it that Aaron invented, and it's
Aaron
unbelievable way to cook.
built 60 something, I don't know, 4 or 5, 64 or 5 of these smokers,
Mhm.
and was not satisfied.
He built over 80 doors, Pete,
Yeah.
before he got the one he wanted. 80 doors.
Until he got it perfected to where every single person that purchases one of these can cook on it just like he does.
Yep.
And it's amazing the story behind how he did this. Steve, you had his right-hand man on there, and I think he owned like number 56. He
Mhm.
told us
Yeah.
that he was, at home he had. And so they just kept getting better and better. Aaron is an individual that is a perfectionist, and he did not want to sell this grill until he perfected it to the way he wanted it, absolutely 100%.
Well, there's
And
no
what's
doubt.
out there right now, what you have in your store, is a perfection at 100%.
I love it. You'll love cooking on it too. Pete, let's get out of here. We got to go. Join us Saturday at the store for the Owl's Nest 20 at 10 o'clock. 20 minutes at 10. Catch up a little bit there at the store, and we'll be there all week and be looking for the big screen TV next Saturday. Hopefully we can get that thing hung and put up. I think we can get it done. You think we can? You got anything else, Pete?
That's it for me, man. What a great show. Good time to be here.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, everybody. And come and see us.
Steve, I gotta reiterate, sorry, but thank you to everybody that came in this weekend. I got to see so many people, talk to so many people. A lot of folks came in, bought stuff. But what a great day to have. It's been everywhere around us has been, with the weather and everything, so slow. But Steve, what a great crowd you had in there. Great people, a lot of sales, a lot of talking, a lot of barbecue talk. That's what I enjoy.
Absolutely.
That barbecue talk. So great day for you. I'm proud that you had such a good day in there.
All right. Thanks for all the help, Pete. And we'll see you next Saturday on the 20 at 10 show right here on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Network.